in this episode of Life TV.
Oh, damn. That's not the mask I associate with the Phantom of the Opera. That's like a baby mask. They did a great job making that Phantom look creepy as hell. Today I'm watching the best horror movie from 100 years ago. We're going all the way back to 1925, a time when movies didn't even have sound yet, to see if they could still scare an audience. Let's watch.
It could mean actual advances in the field of science.
It's almost as if you've been doing too much science.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Life TV. If you're anything like me, you love a good horror movie. But it got me wondering, how good were good horror movies 100 years ago? Some of my recent favorites are Weapons, Him, and The Black Phone 2. All full of jump scares, creepy tension, and amazing effects. But back then, there was no CGI, no spoken dialogue, just silent film and practical effects. So today, I'm watching the best horror movie from 1925 to see how it holds up and how much horror has changed in 100 years. 1925 was actually a big year for early horror and sci-fi. You had The Lost World, which brought dinosaurs to life using early stop motion. It was basically the great-grandparent of Jurassic Park. There was The Power God, which was a sci-fi adventure about a scientist who builds a death ray, and Dr. Pickle and Mr. Pride, a parody of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde starring Stan Laurel, proving that back then, people were already spoofing horror classics. But when it comes to the standout of 1925, the one that actually defined horror on film, well, that just goes to the Phantom of the Opera. That looks kind of cool. I like the blue. I really like the blue. That color grading is awesome. We open inside the Paris Opera House to an extended ballet sequence. Is this whole movie going to be blue? Oh, no. We got gold. Oh, red. We got all sorts of colors here. Above the ballet, the owners of the opera house are in the middle of signing contracts to sell it to new owners. When the deal is done, the owners are like, "Hey, by the way, this place is haunted by a phantom." Tell them that after the sale, of course. They're like, Phantom? The new owners go around asking the staff if they've heard about the phantom. So I'm confused. Is the phantom like a ghost, or is he still an actual man? They hear the phantom likes to sit in box 5, so they check it out and freak out when no one is sitting there. That could just be a dude that got up. The ballet ends. Yay! And we get a chance to look at some of the amazing set decoration in the movie. Oh damn, look at that. That's some set decoration right there. The dancers are freaking out, saying the phantom is up from the cellars again. So everybody knows about this phantom and just like where he is at all times. They start talking about what the phantom looks like and describe his face as leprous parchment, yellow skin strung tight over protruding bones. Damn, that's quite a description. I'm loving these sets though. The whole thing feels like a stage play so far. The new owners receive a letter from the Phantom requesting that Christine Daae plays the role of Marguerite or else. From the Phantom? The Phantom writes in fancy cursive. So is he not a ghost? What ghost pins letters in cursive? So Christine is cast as Marguerite for the next performance. Apparently she has a crush on the Phantom even though she's already engaged to Raoul. Uh-oh, Raoul. I mean, honestly, there's some pretty impressive shots going on in here. After the show, Christine goes back to her room where a hidden voice starts speaking to her through the walls. It's the Phantom who starts praising her and gives her all sorts of compliments, and she's just soaking it up. It's got little baby hands. Are those not tiny little baby arms? It's like a human T-Rex. The next day, the owners of the opera receive another note from the Phantom, again demanding that Christine continue to play the role of Marguerite, or else. I don't understand how a ghost is writing all these letters. Man, this ghost really cares about casting. Despite all the threats, the show goes on without Christine, and as punishment, the Phantom drops the chandelier on top of the audience. Oh. Wow. That's pretty dramatic. That was a big old chandelier. The Phantom continues to talk to Christine through a wall and coaxes her to walk through a secret entrance in her mirror.
She just walked into a mirror?
She navigates some hidden secret passageways.
Where is she? She's like in the wall.
She's super excited to meet the mysterious voice who's been talking to her.
Girl, you got problems.
And this is where we get our first look at the Phantom.
Hello. See, that's not a ghost. That's just a dude. That's just a dude wearing a bad mask. Why does everyone think this guy's a ghost?
The Phantom leads Christine down a bunch of secret passageways.
Why is there a horse in the wall?
And crosses an underground lake.
Are we still in the wall?
To get to his secret lair, we get a better look at the Phantom here.
That's not the mask I associate with the Phantom of the Opera. That's like a baby mask. Why do people look at that and think, that's a ghost?
The Phantom confesses his love to Christine, who tries to run away but can't escape. It's at this point she realizes this is the infamous Phantom of the Opera.
She's just now realizing this?
He reveals that his real name is Eric.
Eric? It's my brother's name. Eric, what are you doing?
Eric plays the organ and Christine has the idea to take off his mask.
Don't do it, Christine.
Oh, damn! That is legit terrifying.
Yeah, I'd wear that baby mask too.
Eric, what happened to you? Glut your soul on my accursed ugliness.
So he's not a ghost, he's just an ugly dude?
As punishment for unmasking him, Eric forbids Christine from going back to the outside world, unless she's singing in the opera. Later, there's a masked ball going on at the opera house.
Well, it's nice to know people have always been weird.
And the Phantom crashes the party dressed as a skeleton.
Oh damn, look at that. Is that the Phantom?
Now if the Phantom looked like that, I would say yes, he's a ghost. He calls himself the Red Death, and declares his hatred for the outside world.
That is a creepy mask.
Christine uses this opportunity to find Raoul and escape to the roof of the opera house. It's there she confides in Raoul that she's seen the Phantom and that he's kidnapped her, and pleads for Raoul to save her. Little does she know the Phantom is eavesdropping on their conversation from above.
Oh, wow. They did a great job making that Phantom look creepy as hell.
They make plans to escape, and the Phantom recoils at the betrayal. Now knowing the Phantom's identity, law enforcement discovers that Eric is an escaped inmate from Devil's Island for the criminally insane.
Okay, so not a ghost. Again, he's an ugly, insane, living man. Stop calling him a phantom.
Back at the opera house, Christine and Raoul plan to make their escape after one final show.
Why are they still hanging around the opera house? Leave.
But the Phantom interrupts the show and kidnaps Christine. Raoul and the police follow in pursuit as they enter the mirror and take the hidden passageways down to the secret lake. The Phantom is already down there with Christine and sets off a trap to burn Raoul and the officer alive. They escape through a secret passage, and the Phantom sets off another trap to flood their room and drown them in water. Christine begs for mercy, and the Phantom pulls them out of the water from another trapdoor. Meanwhile, an angry mob has discovered the Phantom's secret lair and storms the place, forcing the Phantom to make a run for it. Eventually, the Phantom is caught by the mob, beaten, and his body tossed into the river. And that's where the movie ends. This was my first time seeing the movie, and I have to say, even 100 years later, it works. Not because it's scary by today's standards, but because it's cinematic. It's tragic, it's haunting, it's operatic. The lighting, the sets, the atmosphere. I can see how it still inspires filmmakers today. I mean, the sets alone look very Tim Burton-esque. You could trace this movie's DNA all the way to Frankenstein, to Dracula, even to Edward Scissorhands. And Lon Chaney, he proved that horror isn't just about monsters. It's about emotion, transformation, and the fear of what's behind the mask. They used horror as a vehicle for real cinematic innovation. Watching this did make me appreciate just how far horror has come, but also how much it owes to the past. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You don't want to miss the next episode. And let me know in the comments, which classic horror movie do you think still holds up today? And as always, I'll catch you guys next time.